YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Sorry that this is kind of scuffed a little bit. I'm doing a 24-hour stream right now, which is why there's a timer. But I thought it'd be fun to do like a Q&A. I had a subathon a while ago. One of the things was like a bulldog ramen. It's like spicy ramen. Why are you laughing?
No, somebody in chat says do a flip.
Anyway, I thought it'd be a fun idea to make this a video where you guys get to know me better and Audie. So I gave you guys a form that you could fill out and give us a bunch of questions and stuff. Do you want to introduce yourself to the community for people who don't know you?
Sure. Hi, chat. I'm Autumn.
Who's your favorite character in Genshin? What's your favorite color? Your favorite thing about Genshin?
So my favorite character is Ling. So I'm living right now that she got to have a skin for Lantern Rite this year. My favorite color is yellow. My favorite thing about Genshin, I think, is just how it's so easy to get immersed with the exploration, especially like finding all the little like world quests and lore that ties into each other, especially later on in the nations.
Spoken like a true Hoyo shill. Crazy, bro. Chill. Anyway, I'm joking. I'm joking. We have a wheel. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whatever number it lands on, we will pick a question. Getting to know Doro and Audie. Why did we do that? It is question 50. Who is your favorite character in Neon Genesis Evangelion and why? Oh, that's a good question. So you guys don't know, Neon Genesis Evangelion is like my favorite anime. I think it is peak cinema. I love it. I fell in love with it. Stupid enough. I mean, like Shinji, you know?
Shinji?
Yeah.
You're a Shinny? Huh? No. So I'm going to say Misato.
Misato though. I changed my answer. Misato.
You don't like Rei or Asuka?
I don't like Asuka. At first I hated her. I honestly just don't like how they really use her as like the poster character. I mean, I do like Shinji a lot, but Misato for sure.
Misato.
Yeah, that's a good question. All right, number 62. Favorite Archon based on personality. That's an easy one for me. Moika.
Oh, Moika.
I really like Moika. Honestly, I really like her because of her personality and how she more down to earth. She doesn't seem like she's above anybody really, especially in that one quest when she goes to the party.
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's like, no, I just want to like be with you guys. Like, I don't know.
I think my favorite, I want to say, are you okay? Spicy? Yep. I want to say.
Oh my fucking God.
I was gonna say probably Zhongli because I love his backstory. It's not really his personality, so I'd probably say Farina, especially of how humanized she was at like the ending of her Archon class. So I had to say Farina.
Yeah, I thought this was the non-spicy one.
No, because I added the spice back.
Oh, you added a spice back to it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It was supposed to be Bulldog. It seemed like cheating if we didn't.
All right, question 40. All right, question.
Chat saying that you have the red lipstick on now and the spice.
Do I? Wait, hold on. Don't look at my lips, chat.
Mima.
When do you see yourself stopping content creation? That's so funny when that timer hits 0. No, I'm joking. Damn, that's a really deep question. I don't know.
I'd say it's probably something that you can't put a definitive like date on.
Right.
But I think when you get there, you'll know.
I just don't want to stop though. You know, I love streaming. I love making videos. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Honestly, until I'm 80. Like, hey guys, it's time to wish for Genshin 12.7. Number 28. All right, what piece of advice would you give your younger self?
I would probably say to my younger self, don't worry about what others may think. What would you say, Coral number 5? You don't have your younger self for election, just a quick, hey, here's a $2 advice thing.
$2 advice thing.
Answer the question!
Ooh, you can be, do, or have anything in this life. Like anything is possible. Like you have a dream, go for it. I know that's like such a cliche thing to say, but like, that's what I would say, honestly. All right, question number 78. Who do you regret C6ing, E6ing, S6ing? Raiden Shogun. I did it because like she was coming back. Excuse me. I'm dying. She was coming back and I was like, oh my God, I love her. I've had her since the beginning. Oh my God, I need to C6 her. No, you fucking don't. C2 is a perfect stopping point. C3 maybe.
Would you say C2 is a good stopping point for most characters?
I feel like for most characters, yeah, C2 is usually like a good stopping point. I can't really speak for Wuwa just because I don't have too many S6s there. All right, number 64. How many characters do you have at C6? Okay, if I'm only counting limited 5 stars, Ayaka, Kazuha, Arlecchino, Raiden, Arena, that's 5. Those are who I have C6. Now let's take a quick break and talk about today's video sponsor, Logitech G. They sent over the new G305 limited edition Genshin Impact mouse. We got a Sayu one, we got a Toma one, and we have a Hazo. This is the Sayu one. This is what it looks like. That is actually so cute, and it has her name. Dude, this thing is gorgeous. Let's do the click test real quick. Oh yeah, that's some good clicks right there. Okay. Oh, I like that red. Oh, I like that one a lot too. Oh, nice. Okay, so you get a battery. Look at that. You get a cable. If you push forward, you can open up the mouse. Battery goes in there, and then the receiver hides in there too. You turn it on at the bottom. There's a little switch down there, and then you're ready to game. And the wireless technology is called Lightspeed. But all you gotta know is that there's 0 latency for your mice and like your wireless receivers and stuff. So you'll never have any lag or like weird glitches or anything. I've never had a problem. And apparently these ones here have a new sensor called the Hero sensor. The cool thing about this one is that it has up to 250 hours of battery, and that's on a single AA battery. And bro, this thing is so light. It's like literally a feather. It's 99 grams. It does fit for big hands. Like, look, I can palm a basketball. Look at that. Compared to my face, it's still comfortable in my hands. So yeah, this is the new limited edition G305 mouse from Logitech, partnered up with Genshin Impact. If you want to get one, you can click the link in my description below, check them out. Or I am giving away 9 of these things, 3 of each of the designs. So if you want a chance to win one, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below which character's design you would want to see on one of these mice, possibly in the future. Big thank you to Logitech G for sponsoring today's video. You guys make these videos possible. But anyways, let's get back to the video. How did you start playing Genshin Impact?
Should I go first? Because it'll be shorter.
Yeah, you go first. Let me get some ramen. And
Yeah. So I first heard of Genshin because there was like a news article that was like how people were upset about the Hilichurl design in Genshin. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay, anyway, whatever. And then I kind of like dropped off on it. So when he brought up that he was going to start playing Genshin, I was like, oh yeah, I saw this thing about the Hilichurls. Like, I don't know what too much about it. Like, I don't think anything ever happened. I kind of held out for a few months after he started playing because he started playing in April. I made an account in July. It wasn't really like clicking for me. I didn't have any enjoyment in it, but I was like, I need to kind of follow along with this game if he's going to be playing it long term. And then I didn't play it again until September, and that's when I really got hooked into it.
how did I get into Genshin Impact? So before Genshin, I was a variety streamer, playing mostly like RPGs and stuff like The Witcher and Dark Souls, and then I kind of shifted over into community games like Marbles on Stream and just like co-op games with the viewers and stuff like that, and just chatting. But then I was like, I really want to find a game that I can just like focus on that, enjoy it, and it's always getting updates and like make content on that, because it'd be easier for my brain just to focus on one thing. Genshin Impact had come out and I had tried it for like 5 minutes. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, it's kind of like, don't hate me in the comments when I say this. I was like, wow, this is kind of like Breath of the Wild. Boo. But I was like, yeah, this is kind of like similar. I like this. This is cool. And then like, I just didn't play it anymore. Months go by and I was like, man, I really want to like find a game that I can just like focus on. And I swear to God, I was sleeping and I was kind of like half asleep, half awake, and then just in an echoey voice in my brain for like 4 hours. It felt like it was just a voice going, Genshin Impact, Genshin Impact, Genshin Impact, for like 4 hours. So then I woke up, fine, you know what? I'm just gonna try Genshin Impact. So I told Autumn, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just try Genshin Impact. And she goes, okay. She's like, yeah, just do it. And so when I switched over to Genshin Impact, at the time, my viewership, I was streaming to like 30 people, which at that time was a lot for me. And it still is. And then it dropped down to like 15, which at that time was such a huge hit for me. I was like, oh my God, half my audience pretty much. But like, I was having so much fun with it, like exploring and figuring out things, loving the game so much. It just hooked me. And so then I had a YouTube channel before my main one where I was giving out like tips and tricks, how to grow as a Twitch streamer. As like what I was learning, I was just trying to like make into videos for other people.
Are you a streamer stuck at 0 viewers watching you and wondering to yourself, how do I grow from 0 viewers on Twitch?
And I got to a point where I didn't want to make those videos anymore. And I just kind of like said everything that I could say. And so I was like, you know what? I'm playing Genshin. I'm going to just make a Genshin gaming channel. And this was at a time where it was super saturated. I came late into the game, but I was like, I love it so much. I want to make content on it. Let's just do this. I started making YouTube shorts. Like YouTube shorts had just launched and I was like on it day one, and then just things grew from there. Now we're at like 830,000 subscribers, which is crazy. It's like it just changed our lives, and I still love the game. And yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. So yeah, that's how I started playing Genshin. Are my lips still orange, chat? Question 7. What inspired you to become a content creator? Gather around the campfire and let me tell you a story. So I dropped out of college, and so I started like working regular jobs. I worked retail for like 7 years. I worked at a grocery store. I was working a lot of jobs and stuff like that. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to be an actor. My mom kind of crushed that dream. So thanks, Mom. And then Chris Pratt's famous now, but I just kind of knew that I wanted to do something with my life, like for myself, like be my own boss, but I didn't know what it was. And then I started streaming in 2017, and I was playing Call of Duty with like the scuffiest scuffed stream ever. And it was Doro 44. It was this channel. You can't find any of that stuff though online. And then I quit like 3 months in because I was kind of going through a lot of like life stuff, like a breakup and stuff like that. But ever since I quit, it was like years later, I missed it so much, dude. I missed it. I wanted to like get back into it. I loved it. I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be a content creator. I want to make videos and shorts and just like have fun, you know, doing that and making a community of people I can talk to every day. Like that's what I wanted. I was afraid to do it because I didn't want Audie to break up with me, because if I go into something, I go in hard. And then I lost my job to COVID. I worked for Enterprise. What'd you say? I'll say that in the microphone.
Well, you said if I go into things, I go in hard. And I said, that's what he says. Technically, I said that's what she said, and I was like, it makes more sense if I said.
Get away from the microphone. Okay. I worked for Enterprise Car Sales. I lost my job to COVID. They laid off a bunch of people, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, you know what? This is the time. I'm just going to start. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to do content creation and just try it and see. And the rest is history. So yeah. Who was your first 5-star character, both limited and standard?
I don't remember who my first standard was. It was probably Kaching or Mona. But my first limited character was Kokomi because I was saving for Raiden and I had a migraine and I was trying to close out of Genshin, and I actually did a 10 pull on Coco's banner and I closed out of the game, and I just never know what I got from that banner besides Coco.
Remember that.
Yeah, I had a terrible migraine, and I get ocular migraines, and I was trying to like get out of Genshin. I had to wait for Raiden until the next year, until the next time that she ran. It was the last night of the banner. I was a new player too, by the way. I was so excited for Raiden. That's what made me get back in the game, so I could get Raiden, because Xianling was one of the 4 stars. So I got Xianling, one of my first 4 stars. While I'm over there in Hinky Mondstadt with Amber and Kaya, I also have Xianling from the banner, and I'm trying to scooch together crumbs of primos for Raiden, and I have a migraine and I can't see out of my right eye because I'm like ocular migraine, and I accidentally clicked do a 10 pull on Kokomi's banner and I closed out of the game. Never knew what I got besides Kokomi. I got weapons, I know. I don't know though.
Guys, I was blinking because I'm in danger and none of y'all fucking help me. My first 5-star character, limited, was D-Luke. I'm stupid. Standard was D-Luke. Standard was D-Luke. Limited was Eula. All right, number 18. Once you reach 1 million subs, what will be your next goal? Retire. No. First and foremost, saying that out loud is crazy because I never would have thought in my entire life I would be saying once I reach 1 million. You know what I mean? That's like insane. But yeah, I guess my next goal is to really like diversify and like make different content other than Genshin. Like I love Genshin and I'm still going to continue to make Genshin content, but I also want to start, you know, making like vlogs or lifestyle content or other video games and stuff, or like variety stuff. What about you? Do you have any goals once we hit 1 million? Because dude, she helps me so much with content and stuff. You're part of this too.
It's your account. I don't know. I'm not doing anything.
You're right. Sign this prenup, please.
What the heck?
All right, number 47. Are you a furry? And what is your first song? You allowed this question in?
Yeah, it's a good question.
All right,
Are
you
you?
first.
I'm not. Are you?
Look, I always say I'm not a furry, but like, am I a furry if I find Yaimiko good looking? I don't think so. Doro, you've seen Pulchra, from ZZZ. Hear me out. If you look at Lycon is good looking. Does that mean I'm a furry?
Yes.
Next question. What is my first? Oh wait. What is my fursona? A giraffe. You know what they say about long necks? Aha! You got all 10 toes on your feet.
Next question.
No, I'm not a furry. It's so funny. Our window is open, and people probably hear like, "What is that guy talking about?" It's not my fault. They made the horse from Spirit good looking.
Somebody said you give off. Useless bisexual says you give off meerkat vibes.
Meerkat. You got. Don't say you see it. No, you don't. You're memeing. Shut the fuck up.
I see. Can you stand up in the back like that?
What kind of noise do meerkats make?
They're the same picture.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not a meerkat. Oh my god. Farser. You see what Farser put? My moderator puts this.
Yawning.
Favorite video game? Genshin Impact. Because I'm a Hoyo shill. No. What's your favorite game?
Favorite video game? I would say Genshin Impact. No, I'm gonna say.
Genshin Impact.
I would say Fallout 4 because I got really immersed with the content and I liked watching my dad play New Vegas, my brother play 3, and then I would play New Vegas on my brother's account, and then I finally got my own Xbox for Christmas with a copy of Fallout 4. I got to play it all myself as well, and I would set up my laptop to watch YouTubers do walkthroughs of areas, and then I would go through right after where they were to be like, okay, I'm not gonna get jump scared.
All right, my favorite. I'd probably still say The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. When that game came out, I hadn't played Witcher 2 or 1, but that game changed my life. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'd never felt so immersed in a video game like that before, other than like Skyrim maybe. It's just the storyline, the characters, the putting different oils on your blades for the monsters you were going to go hunt. Like, it was so good. All the things that you could find in that game, and then like when you talk to an NPC or like, you know, you make a choice in a quest, it'll come back later on and like your choices actually matter. Honestly, one of the best video games I've ever played, and I'm so excited for Witcher 4. You have no idea. All right, question number 27. Are you happy with this career? You go first.
Am I happy with this career?
Yeah.
I would say yes. It has definitely been hard work, and I think.
Keep talking to the microphone.
Oh, you did good. I was like, oh, am I too far in? Like, sorry. It has definitely been hard, and it presents unique challenges that people may not recognize or be familiar with if they're looking in from the outside. A lot of times when my mom will talk about him to her coworkers, they're like, well, he just like plays video games. Like, what could be so hard about that? But it's just because they don't see what goes on behind the scenes. Even if he tells you guys, oh, I have a lot of stuff to do today, like, you don't know like the full gravity of things that have to get done. Even if it's like as simple as going to a convention for a weekend, there's still so many moving parts to it. And so day in, day out, there's always like moving parts with it. And it can be really hard as well when you have so many people that have eyes on you as well. And you're also having to be like, am I making the right choice? Am I making the right decisions? Am I saying the correct things? Am I saying this as articulated as I could be? Or is there like a better way to address it? There's always been like very unique challenges. I am happy that you are a creator and you get to work for yourself. And it's been eye-opening as your girlfriend to see the different angle of it.
Hear that, chat? She's my girlfriend. She said it. She wants to be my girlfriend. Ooh.
Am I happy with my career? No, I'm joking. No, I love it. Like she said, some people like to think, oh, you just play video games for a living. You just play Genshin for a living? Like, bro, how hard is that? I love what I do. It is my dream job, but at the end of the day, it can still be a job. Like I look forward to streaming every day and making my next video and, you know, sitting down and like designing the thumbnail. Like I love all of it. I love sitting down and like talking to my community and like just getting to know new people, like the opportunities that it's given me as well. Like I wake up every day, I name 3 things I'm grateful for, and my career is one of them. Like I love what I do, but it's not easy. People like to think it's easy, but like there's a lot of difficulties, things that I never even like thought that you would have to go through. People just hating you or trying to cancel you for whatever, or a stream doesn't do as well and like numbers are like lower or higher, you know, video doesn't do well, you know, it can be tough, and like trying to balance your life and everything too. Like I gained 80 pounds, dude. Before COVID, I was 200 pounds. I went up to 280. I sacrificed my health and my sleep. So that's been tough as well to like deal with and just find balance. But overall, yeah, I'm very happy with my career. I grew pretty quickly as a creator. I wasn't ready for all of like the things that were going to come with that. So that's something I'm personally trying to learn right now on like how to deal with it and kind of get in that mindset of like how to deal with it. I feel like I'm still like learning. Number 54 says, are you afraid of spiders? Yeah, no, I am deathly afraid of spiders. Ever since I was a little kid, dude, I hate them so much, bro. We were at a PetSmart and they had a tarantula in like a glass thing. So I was far away from it, but I forced myself to stop and stare at it. And it was like on the glass. Oh my God, bro. I couldn't fucking do it. That image was in my head for like the rest of the day. I couldn't, God, I hate them so much. What about you?
No, I'm not afraid of spiders. Obviously, I don't like want one as a pet or like enjoy seeing one. But I don't have arachnophobia now, which works out because I have to be the one to kill spiders.
Yeah, exactly. Next question is, who is your favorite Fatui member?
Dottore.
Capitano. Easy.
People get so mad when I say that Dottore is my favorite Fatui member, just because of like the story that we got with Hale, but I'm like, it's fictional. It didn't really happen. So I love Dottore. People get so mad. Like my bio in Genshin is I heart Dottore, and I get a lot of people like requesting Join My World a lot. I never accept them because I'm scared they're gonna join me and start like bombarding me for liking him, and I'm like, hold up. He's just a cool concept, a cool design. He's a good villain, and I love that.
I like Capitano because he looks menacing, and I love his like, I love the helmet. His helmet, his like cloak and like coat, I guess. I don't know. He just looks awesome. I'm not too happy with how it played out with him in the Natlan story quest, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, I've always loved Capitano. Even before we even heard his voice, I was just like, bro, he looks so cool. We can do two more questions. You pick one that you want to answer from here that we haven't answered yet. And I can do the same thing.
I'll just pick the how did we meet as my question, because people ask that a lot. I'll tell the story this time because you say it all the time. So I was working at a local grocery store chain. Dorian was working at a Home Depot that was in the same plaza as the grocery store chain. And he would come through my line a few times. He would come in like every so often to get his lunch. At first he wasn't coming through my line, but then he started coming through my line. And this was probably April that he was doing this. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. Like, he works at Home Depot. That's fun. Anyway, in August is when I saw that he was wearing one of our grocery store's t-shirts. I went to like one of my other coworkers, one of the other cashiers. And I was like, Sandy, like, doesn't he work at Home Depot? Like, why does he have like this shirt on? Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, did you not hear? Like, yeah, he started working here as well. Like, he works here like part-time or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't know that. So he would start coming through my line more and more to get his, like, when he was on lunch break. And then it was more fun because now we were like coworkers. But I had a rule that I would not date coworkers, and not because of anything happened in the past of dating coworkers, but I'm just like, it doesn't really like need to add any like conflict to it that if there's not already. So I was like, I'm just not gonna date coworkers, like, end of story. My other manager started talking to one of the other front end managers, and then they started dating, and I was kind of like, that's kind of icky. And she's also becoming friends with Dorian. I was kind of friends with you passively through her, but not too much that we were like talking. I mostly hung around the front end and the cashiers because I worked in the front end, and you were in produce. I would call produce to like come help bag, and he would never answer whenever we would call produce to come up and help us. And he's like, I'm not bagging stuff. F that. And
I didn't sign up for that.
and it was always so irritating because we would have like 2 people come up and he would still be in the back and like produce. I'm watching him like, hey yo, what the? Get up here!
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Come here! We have all 5 lanes open and people are like just like throwing shit back to get these customers out of here. And I still see him in the back like, oh,
I was a lazy motherfucker. I didn't want to go up there. I didn't sign up for that. I was working 3 jobs.
Because at this point, like I was aware of you and I was like, oh, I mean, maybe if they that rule that I had. And I would like, I remember walking past you and being hyper aware of every single little thing that I was doing because I wanted to be like, I wanted to seem cool and effortless around you, but I was like, So one day I had to do some go backs. I had to like put some stuff back in the produce section. So I had like some berries, I had some strawberries to put back. And he was like stacking apples, but like he was like moving an apple, like put it back and like did not want to do anything.
Look, I'm like, okay.
So
I was destined for better things.
I'm like, oh, these blueberries are organic. Like, man, I don't know like where these go. And I can see that he's in my peripheral and I'm like, oh, anyway, I proceed to like turn around, but not turn around in his direction. I turn around the left side and I walk back to the front with the organic blueberries. Didn't pull them back because I didn't want to go up to him and be like, hey, so where do these go? Oh my God. And then that's when we really started talking because you're coming through my line more and more. And at that point I was saying, do you want a bag? And if you do, then it's a $20 charge to the cashier, cash only. And he was like, who the f do you think you are? But so he would eat in like the little cafe area. So then if I was like, my pod was like right by the cafe, then we could like still talk because he's right there. So once we started talking, then he asked me on a date sometime. He's like, oh, no pressure. But mind you, he was asking me on a date when I had 2 other customers in line. He was like, no pressure though. And I immediately like ducked under because I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the one. And I was like, you like fucking like courage the cowardly dog. I like popped out. I was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. And that's when I left the infamous note of add me on Snapchat without my Snapchat handle because I was so flustered. But he got it. It was fine. A few weeks after that, I was gonna bring you a coffee and a Batman keychain because you're having a really shitty night at work and you quit and left mid-shift.
I did.
And I was at dinner with my mom and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cute. Like, we can drop off like this keychain for him, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, wait, let's go do that. And I was like, oh, he just quit his job. So then you came over to my house and I gave you the hot chocolate and the keychain and we talked about you quitting and we went to go look at Christmas lights because it was Christmas time. And that's when we started working at Gold's Gym. So you're still Home Depot Gold's Gym and you'd come into Fresh Time and then still see me. So technically I didn't date my coworker.
I just had to quit.
Technically, I didn't break the rule. That's how we met.
All right. For our last question, what makes you happy?
Let's answer at the same time.
Okay,
To see if we're on the same wavelength.
I got you.
3, 2, 1.
Astra Yao.
We're gonna try this again.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
You.
Yay!
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
ever say that again. No, what makes me happy is that obviously our cats.
Cat. Oh. Oh, he lays.
Our cats make me happy. This community, having you in my life, traveling. There's lots of things that make me happy.
For me, Autumn, 100%. My community.
But what about
In no particular order, but actual particular order from best to worst. Astra Yao, 100%. Have you seen Astra Yao? My cats, my community, wood grain tables, Terry's oranges, and that's about it. You didn't even make the list, babe. I don't call her babe, so no, being for real, you obviously, and being able to do what I love and my community and my cats, having my own place now, that really makes me happy. Like every time I wake up, I'm like, man, like I'm finally in a point in my life where I have my own place, and that was always something huge for me. So yeah, all that and feet. There's a video. You guys get to know us a little bit better. I really appreciate everybody submitting all the questions, and just thank you for, watching the content, enjoying it. I just really appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like a very different video, right? But getting to just know us a little bit better. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, just let me know in the comments. And again, be on the lookout for more, you know, lifestyle vlog, variety videos and stuff like that. Make sure to say bye to YouTube. And guys, thank you again for all the questions. These were really good questions, except for the fetish one. That was weird. But yeah.